Hey guys, it's TheFinMeansWin here and welcome to the FIFA 14 career mode with Birmingham City, and this is episode 2. Today's video we are going to be going through the pre-season and show you what happened. Now I must apologise first of all in the start of this episode. In the last episode I was asking for your transfer suggestions. However, it was pointed out to me in the comment section below that when I was setting the game up, I turned off the transfer window for the start of the game, which means obviously no transfers will be available to be made, which is a bit of a bummer with regards to the fact that we've got to go into the season with the main Birmingham City squad. But on the flip side, when I was thinking about it, I was quite disappointed. Wasn't disappointed because this is the squad that obviously real life Birmingham are using and having to work with the transfer budget and the window zone. So it's obviously going to have some realism to the mix. So, but I still want your guys' suggestions with regards to players, obviously players to scout for when the January transfer window opens. Now we're getting into our first friendly here against Hearts at home. The team we're putting out really is a pretty strong side, strongest available lineup for me personally at the moment in time. So going into the first highlight now, 3 minutes into the game, as you can see Hearts here now in behind, whip across in, and Patterson's on hand to head home after 4 minutes to give them the 1-0 lead. Big disappointment in my eyes really. As you can see, getting in behind quite easily, men over, that's the three at the back that we are operating, that's going to be a problem sometimes. But 20 minutes into the game now, and Hearts again are on the attack here, riding the challenge of Shinnie, in behind, Walker brought down there by the challenge of Bartley, and the referee with no hesitation points to the penalty spot, and it's a penalty to Hearts, an opportunity for Hamill here to make it 2-0 to them after 22 minutes into the game, and he steps up, stutter steps, and puts it low into the bottom left hand corner. Darren Randolph, I thought he was going down the middle and he had no chance. So just a few minutes later now as well, Patterson again working his magic in the box, works himself some opening and makes it 3-0 half an hour into the game. Major disappointment, and we are getting absolutely smashed in our first friendly here. But 44 minutes into the game, just before half time, a whipped in cross by Adiemi and it's headed home by Chris Burke to make it 3-1 in the game. Obviously a glimmer of hope. Next goal is going to be important with regards to the shape of the game. A nice well worked set piece, good ball in, and Burke there getting his head to the ball and heading it home. Was some suggestions of offside from the Hearts players with arms in the raised, but a good ball in by Tom Adiemi. Whipped in with his right foot there and Berkey heads home. So now moving into the second half, 84 minutes into the game now. Chris Burke running the defence, dispossessed, but it falls to Matt Green, who nice little dink into the box there, and Wade Elliott drills home. 86 minutes into the game, 3-2, still time for an equaliser, but you know, sadly that is too little too late. But Matt Green there showing a nice bit of composure and vision there to find the ball into Wade, and as you can see there, 3-2 on the scoreline now. But as I've said already, too little too late, and that's how the full-time scoreline stayed. So not a bright start to Mike Bassett's tenure at Birmingham City. He's facing defeat in front of the St Andrews faithful. But now we go into some more scouting. With regards to scouting, I've sent my 2 scouts. Obviously, we're in dire financial situation, so 2 scouts. We sent 1 to Scotland and 1 in England. So going into the second friendly of the episode now. Oh, I can't even remember the team name off the top of my head. Against, what were they called now? Rangers Telsa. So the team for today, obviously a weaker opposition. We'll change it around. Nick Townsend in goal. We're going to bring in Will Packwood for Dan Burn. Eventually, I'll keep messing up with regards to changing Will into the team, which is a bit of a bummer. But eventually we work it out and we get him in the team. Other players brought into the lineup. We're going to replace Adiemi with Wade Elliott after his goal in the first friendly, and Darren Ambrose to replace Andrew Shinnie. So we get the game underway then. Away from home this time, looking to pick up our first win. Obviously the easier of the friendlies in the period. And just 8 minutes into the game there, a throw in to Telsa. Defender now under no real pressure, plays it back to his goalkeeper. He rounds me, which is a bit embarrassing, but then Wade Elliott does get a foot in. His first time shot is blocked by a defender, but luckily for us it falls straight back to his feet, and he is able to put it into the gaping goal, as the keeper obviously was in no man's land after losing the ball to Wade Elliott. So 1-0 up after 10 minutes, a fantastic start to the game for us, much more like how I'd expect us to play. But 47 minutes into the game, and a nice run there by Sicarelli, I don't know how you pronounce that, and he fires home past Nick Townsend to draw the scores level 48 minutes into the game. As you can see, 1 in midfield, and fired then. And then 54 minutes into the game, Matt Green there with a gilt-edged chance. Really, we need to be converting chances like this if we want to have any hope at being successful this year in the league. More wasted chances, you can see here. Nice ball in there to Burke, and he fires straight at the keeper from one-on-one. And then watch this for luck. Ambrose hits the bar, back of the keeper, and over the bar again. If that was us, that would have been back of the net. Watch this again. Good play by Ambrose in the midfield, winning it back, takes the touch. A nice curling effort to the top corner, hits the bar, back of the keeper, and over the bar, as I've already said. So 86 minutes into the game now, 1-1 as it is. Jesse Lingard, rounding his man, gets to the byline, and dinks a nice crossing at the back post to an unmarked Kyle Bartley, who initially set this move up to make it 2-1 on the night. 89 minutes into the game, and pretty much for certain really the winning goal. Jesse Lingard using his pace there, obviously the man on loan from Man United, made a big impact in real life, and he makes an even bigger impact in our career. So 2-1 now as the game resumes for Telsa, and it is the full-time score. Fantastic win. Packwood there leading the lads. A good win over Telsa, but we need to use this confidence now as we go into the next game, which will be against Partick Thistle, the final game of the pre-season period. As you can see, doing some more scouting on Stevie May. We're looking to bring in a striker. That's why we're also getting a scout report on David Goodwillie and Effie Ambrose, as Dan Burn really isn't the answer, and he's only on loan. So the final pre-season game, as I've already mentioned, is against Partick Thistle now. A game which we want to obviously back at St Andrews, losing the first one. We play with our strongest lineup, Adeyemi being replaced by Callum Riley, a player who hasn't featured so far yet this pre-season period, but I'm well aware from real life how capable Callum is in the first team. So the action now is getting underway against Partick Thistle at home at St Andrews. So 19 minutes into the game, ball squared, loses out. Darren Randolph looks to make the save, looks like it's a corner, and the referee points to the penalty spot. Not the first penalty we've given away in this pre-season period. Darren Randolph also gets a red card for this. Now I'm bemused as to what this is. I mean, I've seen this replay back many a time. Please explain to me what Randolph did wrong there. The striker had a shot, and I'm speechless. So down to 10 men, 20 minutes in, and I decide, well, due to the system we're playing, we'll take Matt Green off and bring on Colin Doyle. Obviously down to 10 men, it's not going to be easy. As you get one more look at the replay, Randolph looks to make the save, and the striker just pokes it over him and out for a corner. So you can see now Colin Doyle coming on to replace Matt Green, and obviously Colin has got a big responsibility now. First action of the game since coming off the bench is to step up and try and save this penalty, but he's unable to do so, and his first action will be picking the ball up out of his net and playing the ball back to the centre circle for kickoff. So not the greatest of starts in the game. Obviously down to 10 men now, we struggled, and that is how the game stayed. We didn't have any real chances of note. Maybe taking off Matt Green lost a striker outlet, as we only had wingers really in advanced positions, but it was too little too late really in my eyes. Oh, sorry, not too little too late, but just weren't turned up on the day. We had 5 shots, 2 on target in total. But that is the pre-season over. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's episode. The next episode will be a live full game against Tranmere Rovers in what is the Carling Cup in game. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's episode. Please do leave a like rating if you have enjoyed, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe for more content, and any comments, put them in the comment section below. But goodbye guys.